Welcome back everybody, Kai here with another episode of Football Manager 2017 with Carmarthen Town. And since last time, a slightly actually impressive 1-0 loss against the TNS after having a red card and 23 minutes in. It was quite hard. We actually got another red card at some point. Where is it? It's here-ish. I'm sort of clicking until I see red. Oh, there it is. 2-1 against Bala we lost. I knew it was against Bala, that's why I went for this game first. But yeah, it wasn't the worst of losses really, especially considering just how much better TNS are. We unfortunately did not come back to winning ways, and you'll notice a trend here. Just watch Wisdom and Aidan Smith's average ratings until we get, I think, here-ish. They've not had the best of times really. As we see, we drew 0-0 against Kevin Druids at home. That was really a really disappointing result and actually gave momentum back to TNS in the title race, so I wasn't too pleased with that. But then we did manage to back it up with a 2-0 win against Airbus, which was especially good because at that time Airbus were 3rd or 4th in the league, so yeah, that helped us out. But again, okay, Aidan Smith did decently in this game, but Bishop Wisdom only a 6.5. Next game, a very hard worked 1-0 win against Bala. Sermon actually got the assist. Everybody else in the team was hopeless. It was just our two centre backs got us the goals. Again, trend. Aidan Smith 6.7, not the best appearances. 3-0, 3-1 even against Bangor. Really good win because Bangor, the only other side apart from TNS who seriously threaten us in games or across the season. Bangor are really the other side that I'm sort of worried about, as you see, going up. We beat them 3-1, dispatched them fairly nicely. Again, Bishop Wisdom came on late, didn't score. Those two strikers had a really poor spell. And then 2-1 against Bala. We should really have had a far easier time, especially once they got a red card, but then we went ahead and got a second red card. Josh Knight, 2 red cards already, this guy. I'm a bit worried about him, I will be honest. Reports, it doesn't say anywhere. And there, he's got a really bad competitive streak, so that's where that comes from. Doesn't say anywhere. But yeah, 2-1 against Bala. We got the win, that's sort of what counts. And again, Port Talbot, a similar game, we got the win. It wasn't convincing, but we did manage it. But this is the game where Bishop Wisdom and Aidan Smith came back in, and then Aidan Smith I think scored 3 hat-trick against Llandudno last week, which saw us finish the Welsh Premier League before it split at top of the table, 1 point ahead of TNS, who drew another game against Kevin Druids. It was pretty long. Oh no, there it was. Kevin Druids 1-1. So that really helped us out, giving us just a 1 point lead. Isn't the best, but it's sort of keeping us competitive while Kevin Druids and Bangor are sort of 20 points behind at this point. We can discount them from the race really. But that's kind of it in terms of catch-up. Oh, one other thing, transfers. There's been a couple of transfers. Actually, I'll go through this guy first, Ryan Leake. We signed this guy, but for the end of the season because he'll be on a pretty high wage, like 200,000 a week. He's pretty good. Determination's the only aspect I'm worried about really. The rest of him, he's sort of very similar to Sean Perry. If we have a look at Sean Perry now, where is he? Shane Perry even. Like, they're fairly similar players, so you know, these two young players, both 20 or 21, will be sort of the long-term centre-back duo, I reckon, of this side. So I'm quite pleased to have him at the club. Reports-wise, it's determination the only problem. Hopefully Sermon can train him or something. But yeah, 3 other transfers to tell you about. This guy's on an amateur contract. I just went for it. He's for free. I put him in the reserves. If I decide he's good enough, which I'm tempted to do, he'll get a contract. Depends on what sort of contract he wants. He only wants 50 a week, so he might well get it. Depends on what transfers we do or if somebody comes in for him. Second transfer, a goalkeeper actually, a 19-year-old goalkeeper. Looks really good. If we compare him with Leedsy, they're fairly similar in terms of quality. Leedsy obviously has a lot more experience and is good at being a sort of a sweeper keeper. You can see rushing out, passing, and eccentricity is really good and decent physicals, but as time goes by, I'm hoping Haley Brown will overtake him as the first choice. Actually, I'm going to try and get him to train. Actually, I'll go on Leedsy now. Unfortunately, he can't be tutored. That sucks a bit. But that was the second transfer, and then the third and final transfer is Alice Bellamy. I actually recommended him earlier. Somebody recommended him to me. Apart from his concentration, really good poacher, advance forward. Again, determination is the only thing that lets him down there. But I'm training him as a target man, so he can improve his passing and determination. Because I feel he's got good makings to be the long-term replacement for Mark Jones. If we see here, he's got a fair few things Mark Jones has. Doesn't have the work rate, the determination, or the physical attributes to be a target man, but hopefully in the long run he can be good enough for us. Any transfers out of note? I released Thomas Oh yeah, Tom Queener, the left winger we bought in, but put on an amateur contract, never really good enough, so I let him go again. Didn't cost me anything, didn't cost anything to move on. Thomas Rees was kicking a fuss, I let him go. Same with this guy, they were both kicking up fusses. They weren't good enough long-term future, so I let them go. This game is the Nathaniel MG Cup final. A decent, I mean, it's not really, it's pointless to win. Our finances, oh, that's big news actually. Our finances are insane, but they're going to take a huge drop when our youth facilities improve. The board actually allowed me to improve youth facilities, which is brilliant. I really like that. Everything I can build from the ground up in this team will be amazing, and I've been able to work on the staff and now youth facilities. Hopefully we can really make a good squad here, a really good team, a really good club here. That can support players. The starting 11 is fairly as expected. The only big note is Josh Knight is on the bench, mainly because of his versatility. So I've got Kieran Lewis and Spittle in midfield, Pearson and Short either side. Callum Roberts, actually, that's a big name out for Kano, just because Kano doesn't enjoy big games and has proven recently to not be the best of big game players and hasn't had the best season so far. So Callum Roberts comes in for him. James Jones and Aidan Smith up front, they're just the two most informed strikers. Hopefully we can beat DNS this time and make up for last time where we lost 1-0. Yep, sure, let's say that. Oh, actually back, I need to set, since I have a decent assistant manager, I need to set him to do stuff like my opposition tactics. I'll do that now, I have faith in you. Opposition, he's actually semi-decent, but he doesn't say much though. But we're going to get into the game. We're playing in that red from left to right. Mark Jones, I think it's going to be sad when he leaves because he's been so instrumental in our time here. Really been amazing. You can see 67 goals in 111 games for Carmarthen is such an impressive record, no matter what level you're at. Scoring over a goal a game, over a goal every 2 games is amazing. We've got a first chance short with a corner into Spittle. I mean, it's a bit of chaos and it's still in the box, and Pearson with a goal, unlikely source. The right winger gets a nice goal off. His finishing is terrible, as is his long shots, but he's managed to put that one away. Here we see it in 3D. Spittle tries to get a goal in. Cooper clears only as far as Lewis. Passes it into Pearson. Pearson turns. He has a bit of space. Just gets it under the keeper, and we're 1-0 up. And the second chance of the game goes our way. We've got the ball at the edge of their box. Smith with a long range shot. He's hit the post and utter chaos, but fortunately for TNS, unfortunately for us, they managed to clear. We're in the second half now. We've got a goal kick. Jones unfortunately can't reach there. Now TNS have a chance to assert themselves in this game. Roberts' header's clear and Lewis has a chance to attack now. Out to Smith. Aidan Smith has options. Plays it back to Spittle, who immediately puts the ball through to Lewis, to Jones. Mark Jones to score. Absolute beauty, in off the post I think it was, and 17 for goal this season. Goals haven't been that popular with us this season. I think Mark Jones got about 17, Aidan Smith is on about 15, as is Wisdom, so not the most amazing, unlike last 2 seasons where we've had Mark Jones scoring over like nearly 40 goals and also Wisdom scoring nearly 40 goals the season after. This season they've sort of spread it out, which is unfortunate because it doesn't mean we've constantly got a striker in amazingly hot form. TNS actually have an immediate chance here, and I will be taking Spittle off before long because he looks absolutely shattered and I don't want him to cost us a match because I need my midfielders to do good. And Jones has picked up the ball in the centre park there and we've got a chance to counter. Short forward to Lewis, has options back to Spittle. Spittle's actually doing a really good job, almost playmaking from that defensive role. Out to Pearson, Pearson forward to Jones again, tackled unfortunately by Cooper. Now TNS have a good chance to attack. Playing it really fast. Pew just on the pitch, and I mean Itzy should probably have done better then, but they've got a goal back, which is really quite scary. Let's see this in 3D then. Edward for the Barnes, beautiful ball to Pew, who just inside the box, left-footed shot. I mean Itzy really should have just put his hand out there, but we know FM goalkeepers aren't the best. 2 changes, just Spittle off for Josh Knight, who actually likes to play defence, ball-winning mid, don't know why, and John Irving on for Josh Green. Unfortunately TNS have a fairly late chance here, 10 minutes left. It looks like, oh nice block, a bit more, damn it, 2-all. Well, that kinda sucks. His first goal of the season comes in the Nathaniel MG Cup final. Well, that's lucky for TNS, isn't it? We sort of thrown away a lead twice here, I think it is. Did we score this goal? Or were we 2-0 up? Oh no, okay, well we were 2-0 up and now we're throwing it away, that's even worse. Unfortunately, Aidan Smith has forced my hand by getting an injury. Hopefully it's not too bad, a knee injury. That could be quite bad actually. But Aidan Smith off and Wisdom on. Hopefully we can get a goal. Nicholson looks quite injured for them. So hopefully his tiredness can help us out in extra time. I'm going to actually aggressively say I'm not pleased. There we go. apart from Mark Jones, everybody looked pretty happy about that. Connor Roberts not having the best of game, Callum Roberts, but I think he's pretty decent, and he's going to get his head into the game hopefully. And our striking duo can hopefully get a goal or two, and set hopefully a lot of them. Wisdom back to Short. Short can get a good ball forward on occasion. I mean, make me take my words back, why don't you? That was appalling. We're into the second half of extra time. It could well end up being penalties, which is really worrying, especially considering they're professional players, so clearly going to have a better, professional mentality, which we just don't have. And Idzi thankfully catches that from the throw-in, and maybe we can get a good goal, a late goal here. Idzi from the goal kick hoofs it out left to Short. Short gets a ball in, unfortunately doesn't reach Wisdom. I'm actually going to change Wisdom to an advanced forward, since he can do that, and it involves him in play a bit more short to Lewis. It just gives the tactic more solidity, although Wisdom might be at the end of this while still being a poacher. Can he get a good ball in? He can. Lewis, oh my god, we've got a goal. 3-2. This is ours to throw away now basically, but that is really good news, getting a goal. What is it, with 8 minutes left, 9 minutes left? There's not really much extra time in this sort of game. Wisdom with a lovely cross. Lewis, nice goal. 3-2. And that's basically it now. As long as Knight doesn't get sent off or something stupid, we're in the last few seconds of extra time. Sermon hoofs it forward. We've beaten TNS. Our second win in the MG Cup in 3 seasons is really good. I am pleased. Well done. Everybody looks happy. Amazing performance by Kieran Lewis and Tom Pearson, getting us a goal, and Kieran Lewis getting 2 assists. Really justified his choice ahead of Johnny King. No, I can't even think who he was ahead of. Yeah, 18k, not the worst. Aiden Smith, how bad is injury? 4 to 5 weeks, that's really bad actually. I'm not too pleased. Boards are pretty pleased. Nothing else really of note. We've won it obviously. Carmarthen Town, yeah, it's a good campaign. The next episode won't be the next time we play TNS, it'll be here against TNS, and then the season should be wrapped up pretty soon afterwards. So basically that'll be the next episode, and the next episode will be this game until the season end basically. Gives us a good baseline to work with. If we win this game, hopefully we should be in a clear position to win the league. If we lose it, TNS will probably be in a clear position to win the league. And if it goes right on to the last game, it'll be a really long bumper episode for you guys to enjoy. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed me actually winning against TNS. That's a brilliant feeling. MG Cup final win. I think on the note of somebody else, I've included ad remove leagues. Here we go. Scotland. It looks like I don't have many leagues, but I have loads of leagues on the unplayables like Germany and stuff like that. If I search the German first division, like I can still see it all. So it's on view only and not playable. So that's quite good for me in my opinion. Helps me out. Gives me all the players from those leagues and makes their teams decent in Champions League. And then I will include Scotland as long as not the Premiership, but the other division, the other cup, whatever it's called. Here, this cup here, the one that we can be involved with. As long as it helps us, I will play in this. Should give us a good bit of money and a good bit of fitness at the start of the season. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed me winning another trophy. The Nathaniel MG Cup seems to be our thing now. Look, 4 times in the last 6 years, 7 years, I can't count. 4 times in the last 7 years is a really good thing for Carmarthen Town. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. For the final time, goodbye.